Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be reviewing the Sinful Colors and Kandee Johnson nail polish collection. There are quite a few nail polishes in this collection. I was able to grab I think 18 of them. I'm not sure if there's more, but I grabbed all the ones that I could find. It's really cool because she kind of released different collections within the bigger collection. There's a collection of vintage matte shades that all have a matte finish, and then there's some other finishes that I'm not sure what they're called, but they have different finishes. There's a bunch of glitters. I'm gonna go through all of the ones that I own and tell you what I think about them, which ones are my favorites, which ones I think you should totally pick up, and I'm gonna show you swatches. This is where I swatched them. So this is just a piece of cardstock, and I took a piece of mailing tape and taped it down, and then I painted over with all the nail polishes. So I'm going to show you up close swatches of these. I just wanted to explain how I did that. I like to do that when I'm trying out nail polishes to decide what color I want to wear. I will swatch them this way sometimes, so I thought this would be a good way to show you all of the polishes actually swatched without having to put them all on my nails. So the first in the collection are the vintage mattes. I adore these, I'll tell you right away. These were the first ones I bought before I realized there was other ones. And basically what they are is they dry down to, just as it sounds, a matte finish. It's not a super matte finish. The very first color I tried was this white, and I was thinking like, okay, vintage matte, is it gonna look like whiteout on my nails? It kind of does look like whiteout, but if you look closely, this has a not really a duochrome, but like a shimmer to it. So it has a matte finish, but it has tiny, teeny pieces of shimmer in it, which gives it that sort of vintage matte, not quite dry, flat, boring matte look, but it gives it a slight amount of dimension to it. So I really love these. I love the white. White nails is one of my favorite colors to have on my nails all the time. So I'm probably going to be buying a backup of this if I can find one because I love it. The shades we have in the vintage matte finish are Mint Chip, Candy Hearts, Whipped Frosting, Strawberry Milk, and Pinup Pink. Then the next shade is called Pink Velvet, and that is part of the matte collection, but it's actually the sugar finish. That is what I have on my nails today. I'll show you a close-up of that. Basically, it's like a matte finish. You can see it's not like reflective, but it's drying down to like a texture. So there's texture. It feels like sugar finish makes sense because it feels like there could be sugar on my nails, like it's bumpy in texture. So it's really cool. It's really interesting and different, and I kind of wish there was other colors like this in this finish because it's just a fun, different finish. I love having different kinds of nail polishes in my collection with different finishes. You know, they're really fun to just kind of add variety other than just the straight glossy kind. As for the vintage mattes, these lasted on my nails, I want to say at least like 4 or 5 days before they started chipping, which is record for me. My nails chip very easily, especially in the winter. And you guys, I did not have a base coat or a top coat on these at all. And they lasted, like I said, at least 4 days without chipping. It was amazing. I was so impressed. So in the swatches that I have on the paper, it's 1 coat, because I wanted to show you how they work with 1 coat. They're actually pretty good, but they do recommend that you use 2 coats. So when I show them to you on my nails, I do have 2 coats on. The vintage matte shades dry down very quickly, quicker than the other ones, and they remove very easily as well. The next shade I have is from the vintage matte collection, but it's a glitter, and it is in the shade called Kanffetti. I like Kandee Johnson, Kanffetti. This one is pretty. It's kind of a strange glitter because the glitter pieces aren't sparkly, but it's pretty. I like it. This glitter, same with all of the glitters in this collection, it's not the most like thick layer of glitter, and I find it kind of frustrating. I'm probably not going to use them that much because of that. 1 layer is very, very thin glitter, and the more you put on, the thicker, you know, it gets on top of your nail, and then it just gets bunched up and doesn't dry as well, and it just, I don't know, I guess I just don't feel like these glitters are the absolute best. They certainly don't look like they look in the promotional pictures, but it's pretty, it's fun, you know, if you want to add like an accent nail or something. Definitely is harder to take off once you have the glitter layer on. I noticed that without a doubt. That's not new for glitter polishes. That's pretty standard, but I did notice that. Moving down the row, we have these next ones. I'm considering these sort of a duochromatic finish. I don't know what they're called. It just says Kandee Johnson Sinful Colors, but it has this sort of almost like oil slick sticker that's like duochromatic, and they have a very duochromatic essence to them, so that's kind of what I'm calling them. I don't know what the official term is. These ones, by the way, the vintage matte were $2 a piece. These ones are $3 a piece, so these ones are a little bit more expensive. Okay, so the first 4 we have are
Tease, Kiss Goodnight, Dripping in Pearls, and Pinksickle.
So these ones have a very pearly, shiny, shimmery finish to them. Not only do they have a glossy finish, you know, they're not the matte finish, but they have a ton of shimmer and shine in them. They all have like a slight duochrome as well, which is really cool. This one has like a gold, this one's kind of pinkish purple duochrome, this one is like greenish yellow gold, and then this one is like pearl white. It's just so pretty. I feel like these ones require maybe closer to 3 layers rather than just the 2. They don't layer quite as well, and they definitely don't dry as fast as the vintage matte ones. So that's something to keep in mind, but if these colors catch your eye, they're definitely really pretty. The next shade we have is Blueberry Hotrod. This kind of goes in the same category, only this one has more pieces of glitter packed into it, and again, this is that blue with a sort of purpley pink duochrome to it. Moving on to the glitters, the first 2 we have are Kandee Pink and Digital Dreams. These ones are bigger pieces of glitter with smaller pieces kind of mixed in there as well, and they have a, well, this one especially has like a tinted background, so it's sort of pink in the background, and this one has sort of white. It doesn't really show up on the nails though, like unless you want your natural nail color to show through though, I would still recommend that you have a base coat on under these because they're not quite opaque enough. None of the glitters are really opaque enough to wear on their own, plus they're way harder to get off when you have them just glitter on your nails, trust me, way harder. Then the next 3 glitters we have are Urban Magic, Rock Candy, and Heart of Gold. These are probably my favorite out of all the glitters because they have the finest glitter, which I think is the prettiest, and also they layer the best. So one coat is kind of still too thin for me, but when you put a second coat on, it gets a lot thicker quickly, and so you can really build up the amount of glitter that you have in your nails to make it really pop. If you look at the swatches that I have, you can see the bottom like third of the swatches I put on a second layer of glitter, so you can see how they sort of layer on each other a little bit better. I just wanted to do that for the glitters just to give you guys an idea of how they layer, because really they do look pretty kind of pathetic without being layered at all. And then the last shade I have is Mermaid Tail. This might be my all-time favorite shade from this collection. Next to the white, I love the white, but this one is so unique and beautiful. I had this on in a couple of videos. I'll link below any videos where I have these polishes on too, so you can see them like in action, I guess. But oh my gosh, this is like the most beautiful, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a bluish, greenish, yellow gold, I don't know. I really don't know how to describe this. How would you describe it? Mermaid's Tail is a great name for it. Mermaid's Tail, or if I named it, I'd probably call it Dragon Scales because it reminds me of a dragon. But it's so pretty, and it's just duochrome and amazing. It's like holographic almost. That's what I should be saying instead of duochrome. Holographic, right? I don't know. What's the difference? I'm not exactly sure. When I first bought this round, like after I had the vintage matte ones, I found these ones at Walgreens, and this was the first one I put on because look at it. It's just so pretty. So if you're gonna get anything from the collection, I definitely recommend this. It's very unique. I don't have anything else like it. And this one dries like a metallic polish, so it dries really fairly quickly. A lot of metallic polishes tend to dry faster than like glossy polishes, you know? So I really like that about it. Again, I don't wear a base coat or a top coat with any of these. I find that I don't know if it's just this formula or what it is, but I find that a top coat especially will cause my nails to actually chip faster. It makes them look shinier, but it causes them to actually chip faster. So I've stopped using a top coat altogether. That's just me, but okay. I love this one. You get it, right? Okay guys, so that is it for my review. Overall, I really enjoyed these polishes. I definitely think that you should pick out your favorite shades. I don't know that the complete collection is worth having unless you are a nail polish junkie and you absolutely love them. But I really think that the best ones out of the collection are the vintage matte shades. I think those are so unique and special and really affordable too. $2 a polish is really great. And then I also think this one, Mermaid's Tail, is an absolute must. It is so beautiful and unique as well. So yeah, that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps other people find me in the YouTube world. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my videos. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye!